Okay, we are back. At long last here. Took a bit of a break, but I was working in the meantime. Okay, just checking, make sure this got posted. Okay, so finished. Fingers crossed. Finished. Letting go, and by that I mean I'm going to go back and look and kind of double check it again. But I think it's about done now. I think I'm done with it. Art is never finished, only abandoned, right? So I think we've reached the point of abandonment there. If that sounds dramatic, that's how it feels. But anyway, wait, what? Class OG. Okay, I don't need this stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. Not sure, like I said on my stories, what we're going to get done tonight. Not sure exactly what the plan is. I mean, I don't really have one. So we're going to be coming up with a plan for the future here, hopefully. Okay, I don't want any of this stuff. So right now I'm just being kind of OCD. Okay. So letting go is pretty much done. We've got leaving and take me home to finish up. Leaving is really close. And then Take Me Home has more work to do. I was listening earlier tonight. I wrote down some notes for Take Me Home of some stuff we can work on. And then for Leaving, I don't know yet. I did get album art done as well, so I will show that at some point. It says there's no one watching right now. Okay, we got one. We got one. So, finished the album art during that break, which I will show here. Yeah, so this is the album art. Finished. Sent off for copyright and everything, so that's done, which is great. So, so the other thing, kind of big update, is I want to do CDs for this EP. So, I did some research on how that works and how I'm going to need to go about doing that. So things that we have to work on to finish the release are the music. We got 2 songs left to kind of mix, and then we've got mastering for all 3, potentially all 5. I might just kind of remaster the first 2, so it's all kind of cohesive. That's probably a good idea. So you know what? Let's just make a page for that. I don't know where to put it. I don't want to put it ahead because I feel like we'll run into it with our little daily notes, but I don't want to put it. I don't have anywhere to put it behind, so I don't know. I'm just gonna make a page. I'm just gonna make a page for the release checklist here. So yeah, let's get that going. Man, nothing like streaming to cheer, to clear your head. Yeet. All right. Terrible handwriting. So we've got to. I'm just gonna say mix. Leaving. I'm gonna call it L. No, there's 2 L's. No, yeah, L works because the other one's letting go. Mix L. And mix Take Me Home, TMH. Master all tracks. Excuse me. There's an idea. So, there's a song that I've thought about putting on here called Forever. I'll go ahead and show that actually. This chair is epic. Let's see, Forever. Which one is it? This one, I guess. So this would be song 6 of the EP if I do put it on. I've debated it for a long time. It's just a piano track. So what I'd want to do is finalize the arrangement. It's basically just kind of some pieces of a song at this point. I think it's enough pieces for a full song, but I'd want to work on transitions and just kind of general arrangement. It would be short and fairly simple, but it would just be a kind of piano track. And then I'd either need to record it live on a real piano or just record on my keyboard into here and use a piano sample. I've debated that as well because a real piano would sound way better, but the piano sample would sound like the rest of the album. So then which one's more important? Artistically, which one's better? And then, so whether or not to do it at all, what kind of piano to do it on, I'd have to learn to play it because I do want to do it in like a one take thing. So that would potentially make it push our timeline much later. If I had to learn this, I can pretty much play it, but if I wanted to spice up the arrangement and then I had to learn that, it might take a little while, but we could potentially do it. But anyway, the thought I just had just now was that I could do that as like a kind of a reward track for the CD. So if you get the CD, you get the bonus track. Because that was always the idea, was that it's kind of a bonus track. Partly because it is just piano, and also partly because it's short. I don't know, it just feels like kind of a bonus track to me. Whatever that means. I'll play some of it now. Do I have the simple version somewhere? So what this is just like a long, I hit record and just tried a bunch of different stuff. Let me see what's over here. Yeah, so that's me working on the end there. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, so I'm just messing around at that point. Yeah, there's probably not a good, really good sample in there, and here there might be, just to get a basic idea of it. See, oh gosh, this is when I was thinking of actually turning it into a full song. Yeah, okay, so that's the basic loop, I guess. Goes to the lower part. Yeah. There's another section. Yeah, so that's kind of get the gist of it there. So that the arrangement's pretty simple, and I'm okay with that for the most part. I'm certainly not a great pianist or anything, but I would like to spice it up a little bit, I think. So that's one consideration, is just working on the arrangement, and then I have to learn that new arrangement. Because I probably, yeah, I'd have to practice it and then do it, because I'd want to do it probably in one take. Well, I guess I could edit it. Kind of resistant to that. Anyway, so that's something that we could put on here, but I just don't know about that yet. I'm not quite ready to decide, and I've got plenty of other stuff to work on, so might as well get that ready anyway. So mixing, mix leaving, mix take me home, master all the tracks. I don't really think of that as lumping together too much, because I want to master all the tracks. Kind of, I want them to be as cohesive as possible. So I want to master them as closely together and closely together as possible. That's kind of one big process there. So those need to get done. Need to design the CD booklet. I could just rush to get the digital done, release digital, and then have CDs come out later, which I suppose I'll consider, but my initial thought is I don't want to do that. I want to have it all come out at once. So I'm going to put some subcategories in there for design CD booklet. I should say layout. Write. Write. So write the different sections, decide what's going to go in there, and write it up. Artwork. I think I'll probably just take photos and or use what I already have. Keep that pretty simple. Is there anything else for that? Layout, the writing, the artwork. And I guess format. Yeah, format. That's probably it. At least breaking into pretty big categories. So I'll probably sketch out what I want. Just kind of, page 1, page 2, page 3. But when you format it, I've learned for printing, there's a certain order they do it in. So you have to do like page 1 and then page 7 and page 2 and page 8 or something like that. There's like a specific order you have to go in. So laid out, just kind of rough sketch it, get figured out what I want on what pages, do any writing that needs to be done, get the artwork finished, and then format it, put it all together. So then that's the booklet. And design the tray card as well. Design tray card. Design the CD itself, or do the CD artwork, because I'm gonna have them printed, I think. So just decide what's gonna go on there. My kind of initial thought on that is just kind of like blue or something on the disc, and then the logo and stuff. But anyway, design the cover or the front of the CD. So finish the musical side of it. Get the CD stuff together. Create EPK. Electronic Press Release Kit. I think that's what that stands for. So get some photos taken. I forget what all is involved in that. Get a new updated little bio written. Just kind of like get some quick and dirty info put together, so that I can send it out for promotional purposes. Or just, if anything comes up and I need a bio, if I need a picture, if I need this or that, I've got it all in a little package. So that has some more steps. I could break that down into. Let me pull this up real quick. And no, I just get a new window here. Let's pull this up real quick and see. I've been using this. I've used this kind of checklist twice now. Promo. EPK, yeah. Electronic Press Kit. There we go. Okay. Album art, liner notes, bio, publicity photos, music videos, and remixes. Yeah, okay. Album art's done. So you know what? We'll write that down and we'll check it off right now. Praise the Lord. Okay, album art is done. Check that. Sucker. And then what else? Liner notes. Yeah, I'm gonna do that this time because we want to do CDs. So, and liner notes. Gotta write those up. That's kind of part of the CD process too. So those kind of may come before this chronologically. But bio, yeah, new bio. It's kind of awkward writing a bio. What I did at first was like write it as if I was being interviewed by someone, and that was really kind of weird to do. I'm not sure how to go about it because I don't like talking about myself in the first person. So like, it seemed kind of better, more appealing to me anyway, to do it as if I was being interviewed, but that's weird too. It's kind of awkward. I don't like writing about myself, but anyway, bio. Publicity photos. I'll just put photos. Yeet. Video remixes. I could do a video. I'm definitely not going to have it done before release. I'm trying to get this out, but I would like to do maybe a simple music video for, I don't know. I'm going to put a big question mark after that, but I'll put video in there. Huge question mark. Yeah. All right, so that's the EPK, and then what else is there? Oh yeah, I gotta copyright the songs. So copyright the songs. I need to figure out if I need to copyright the song separately and then copyright the album, or just copyright the album, or what. I think I do need to do each song and then do the album as a whole, but we'll see about that. Copyright. And I'm gonna put some subcategories there. So copyright. I'm gonna put individual. And then put album. Album art, which is done, so I can check another one off. Yeah. Check. Okay. Copyright for the individual songs, for the album art, that's done. Is there any other copywriting? Maybe for liner notes and stuff, for like the inside of the CD, I'll just do some research on that. I'm going to say CD components, and then put research in parentheses there. Research, bruh. Okay, and then what else is there? That's pretty much it. And then promo, I guess. That's its own beast that I suck at and don't like doing. It feels uncomfortable. I don't like kind of pushing myself on people at all, so I don't like talking about what I do, really. I mean, in this context I do, but I don't like, once it's done, I don't like saying, hey, buy my CD or whatever. Go check out my music, but it's a good thing to do. So mix the songs, master, design the CD, create the EPK, copyright. I think that's everything. So we could, oh, I got ink all over myself. Okay. So we could work on right now. We could just work on designing the CD. It's already 8:55. I'm only gonna go till 9:30 on this one. This is a little quick burst here. But I'd like to start doing this every day, if possible, just until this is done. I'm really trying to get this cranked out. So I think it makes sense to do mixing first. Just get that all finished up. So we can do leaving, I guess. Yeah, we can finish up leaving and then do take me home. So we've got our general plan there. Got some take me home notes over here. Oh well, I guess just do some initial notes for leaving tonight. So let's see. Fountain pens are the bomb. Got these for Christmas. They're awesome. I mean, all of us did. That's why I said we got these for Christmas, but I got one of them, just to be clear. So regarding leaving. So let's just go ahead and listen to leaving real quick. Go ahead and listen through. Make some notes. Again, on that one, it's pretty much done. But I am going to want to change some stuff. And I'm going to want to record like one moment of vocals in there, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I guess we can go ahead and do that. This is really long because I went through and listened to a bunch of older stuff recently. So it's full of suggestions now. Leaving Mixdown 3. Bounce down. I think we're on Mixdown 3. I think that's what we want. I really need to do a better job of notating these. Notating is the right word. Naming these so I know which one is which. New for vocal. Actually, you know what? Just for fun, let's open one of the ones that we're not on and see what we have there. This might be a really old version, which would be cool because then we can hear the progress. Bippity boppity boo, my dudes. So. This is great though. It's great to get this kind of written down and have a long checklist, but very doable checklist. So yeah, that's really good. Streaming is so helpful. So helpful. Oh man. All right, yeah, this is an old version. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, what's this? Oh my gosh. Something I thought about adding. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see. So yeah, we can do some comparison here. So this is this old version. Let's see the second drop. Yeah, okay. And this is the current version, pretty much, I think. Sounds really quiet. Yeah, there's still some work to be done there for sure, but it's kind of hard to tell because this one's so much louder, and loudness can really make things sound better in some interesting ways. But yeah, there's been a ton of progress. It's not that dramatic sounding though. Mostly I think because this one is so much louder. So let's find the real one. I don't think it's 4, but I'm just gonna check. Yeah, because when I go to mixing, I turn everything way down so that there's headroom. I don't really know if the way I do that is proper exactly. This is the best way to do it, but But yeah. Anyway. So. Yeah, I think it kind of would be good to do leaving first. That's cool. That's cool. I was having trouble deciding. That's part of the problem with me is like, you know, there's a lot of stuff to do and you got to pick something and do it. So, streaming really helps with that because there's people watching, so you feel self-conscious like you need to be doing something. So. It's kind of, it's good pressure. Okay, Guitar Rig 5 and Span. Oh! That's the part I want to re-record. The one I think before it is pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Second one, not so much. Yeah, this is definitely not the the one with the most work done. Actually, now that I'm aware of that, I should go and mix down 3. Just gonna go ahead and put a can't put an asterisk in there. What can I put in there? I'm just gonna put C for current. Can I do these? Yeah, put C for current. There we go. That'll do. So yeah. It's getting close. It's getting close. But there's just so much to do. It's a lot to do with one song, so doing 3 at once is like pretty daunting, but could not be opened. Yeah, I thought that might happen because I just changed the name after I hit open. Computer couldn't handle that. It's like the equivalent of asking someone to go grab a suitcase, and he goes and he picks it up, and while he's carrying it, someone comes along and slaps a sticker on it, and he freaks out and drops it and runs back. It's basically what just happened. And then I told him, no, it's okay. Even though it has a sticker on it, it's still what I want. So. There we go, the suitcase we asked for. Yeah, this is not as close as I thought. It's gone a long way, but it's not as close as I thought. Kick drum, for one thing, is not coming through nearly as much as I wanted to. that's one thing. There's a lot going on. Okay, so we have a lot to do here, but oh cool. I forgot I did this timeline thingy up here. Okay, so I'm just gonna listen through. Like I said, there's a vocal moment that I want to re-record, and I'm just prefacing that because I'm embarrassed. Help me. But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna listen to it, and I'm gonna take notes, and maybe I'll pause along the way and just kind of explain the notes instead of just writing them down. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're probably gonna stop by the time that's over. Pretty soon. 9:30. We cut it. I'm gonna get up early because I get so much more done when I get up early. Anyway, here we go. Thanks.
A bird in the open sky, far from home. Her silhouette is simplified, her colors glow. A lonely tree is mesmerized, watching from below. And when it's time to say goodbye, he'll curse the ground from which he grows. 'Cause he can't imagine losing sight of this vision from above. But the sun is low, and now he knows that she's leaving. This place for the briefest time was our home, but these memories of yours and mine are just footprints in the snow. And they'll get covered up and melt away, and it would seem that they're the only way for me to prove that you are more than just a dream. And I can't imagine going back to the way it was before. But this is over now. This is over now. And you're leaving. You're leaving.
Okay, so hold on. Okay. So yeah, a few notes there. I'm gonna record that second leaving there. But anyway, low and maybe mid is lagging. It's kind of weak. So I feel like this is all like mid to upper mid to high. There's like not enough weight to it. You have to turn it up really loud to get the kind of weight that I'm wanting. So I don't know if that means just boosting the bass or what, but it needs more low end. I wrote down a question about that. I think so it says because of the structure of the drop, but I don't think that's it. I think it's just bass volume maybe, and maybe some EQ. It's sounding really clean. I feel like all the elements really kind of play together nicely. So in that aspect, I think it's good. Reverb, I think, is good. I like the vocal processing. No, that's not it.
That you were more than just a dream. And I can't imagine going back to the way.
That's cool. Yeah, so I think if anything, maybe a little bit more reverb on the vocal, but I tend to do too much reverb, so I tend to do a lot of reverb. I'm not going to say too much, but I tend to do a lot, so I should be careful. Or I tend to like reverb a lot. I'm just going to say a little more space on the vocal, question mark. So, okay then, kick and snare need to come through way more. And that's very true. They're really weak here. I can barely hear that kick at all. It has no low end to it. Am I like filtering this or something? Like seriously, it's really strange that there's so little low end. But yeah. Overall, it's actually not. I went from thinking there wasn't much to change to thinking there was a lot to change, and now I'm kind of thinking there's not much again. I think that bringing the low end will help a lot. Drums need to be fixed, and then the toms as well. The toms come in, you can barely hear them. You're right there. I mean, I can barely hear that. Yeah, they need to be pushed. I feel like it maybe needs a through element. I don't know how to put this. I just feel like something to tie it all together. Like sometimes it feels too quiet.
Her colors glow. A lonely tree is mesmerized, watching from below. And when it's time to say goodbye, he'll curse the ground from which he grew.
Yeah, I just want to put something kind of low mid in here. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it is the mid too. Hold on, let me listen to this drop again. No. First, before I lose this idea, let me try to put something in here. I'm gonna work quickly because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I don't want to lose the idea either. So let's see. Just gonna do something really quickly here. It's been a while since I've done this, so I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna try to do some quick chords, I guess. I should probably use the ones that are already here. Yeah, you know what? Let me just use some ones that are already here. Should I copy it over? So the drop chords is like a big group. Okay, hold on a second. That might be part of it. The middle's cut out of that. Why are there all these copies of it? I forget. Okay, we got the chords, you got the reverb. I guess just some high-end boost there. Because what are these verse chords doing? No, that is in there. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, okay, so that's kind of the thing that I was thinking about. It's just some kind of low chords in there. Just kind of give some kind of body to that section. That would help. So that's kind of already in there. I'll probably just try to pull that out more. So let me write that down. I'm just gonna say beef up the verse chords. Okay. So what else do I have? Toms are dummy weak. Overall lack of bass due to drop structure, question mark. A little more space as on the vocal. Yeah, okay. So pretty much covered all the notes I took, which obviously, I mean, aren't that many, so that's nice. Overall, just a little bit more impact, and maybe this through element. I don't know how to describe this. I don't know if the chords will cover that or not, but just something a little bit. Let me see what this sounds like. If I throw an easy master on here, this is gonna get loud probably, so brace yourself. Maybe turn it down. Yeah, I'd preemptively turn this down a little bit. Potential loudness warning, turn this down a little bit. I don't know how loud this is gonna be. Turn it down. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so that sounds marginally better. Part of the reason for that is because this easy master thing that whoa, hold up. No. This easy master thing. Wait. Sorry, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Easy master. So the easy master is kind of, as the name implies, just like kind of a really crappy mastering job, like quick and dirty mastering. So as I understand it, mastering is just kind of like the last layer of polish you put on a track. So after it's mixed, so you have your recording, or with this kind of music, you're kind of your kind of sound design and arrangement phase. So where you put the song together musically, and then the mixing is taking all the elements that you've created and balancing them with each other, and then mastering is taking the thing as a whole and just gluing it all together, making it louder, as loud as it can be without distorting or compressing it a little bit potentially. Depends on what kind of music you're doing there. So just kind of making it more louder, more exciting, more cohesive. One word I've heard is sweetening the overall. So it's an overall kind of polish. And so what I've done with the Easy Master is just put in the basic kind of stuff that I know to do. Mostly just compression and stuff. Maybe a little bit of EQ or something. I forget. But I put together this kind of package that, again, it's a really quick and crappy mastering job, but it's mostly a loudness booster. But there's a bit of compression in there. So one of the things that's happening when I turn that on is, since there is some compression, compression does is it brings up the things that are quiet and brings down the things that are loud. So the overall dynamic range is less. So it brings up some of the stuff that's quiet, and I feel like the low end is too quiet right now, so that's one of the things that's being brought up. So it does make it sound a little bit better in that it brings up the low end a little bit. It kind of proves my thesis there, my hypothesis, not my thesis. It strengthens my hypothesis that the bass is lacking. So that will make it sound better. But it makes me think about this question I wrote down. Is the lack of bass due to the drop structure? Because we have this drop where it's kind of like, and then it gets quiet, and then it comes back in again. So there's kind of naturally some lacking bass there in those pauses. Yeah, I think it'll be fine if we turn it up now. Now thinking about that and listening to it, I don't think we want to add more bass in the pauses. I think we just want to make it louder. And work on the kick, make the kick really beefy. This makes me think of like Illenium right now. Similar to kind of some of the stuff that he does. Now this is something I'm curious about. I don't know if technically I'm allowed to play music on stream like this, but I need to look that up. But just a couple seconds here for an example of what I'm talking about. Maybe let's see. Okay, yeah, so that sounds a lot better. He's got some pauses in there, and he's a better producer than me for sure, but there's a couple things in there that are really working for it, and one of them is just the volume, just the mix. So like I need to bring the bass up, and that'll help a lot, I think. His kick is also very, very thick, very low, kind of boomy, which is his style. But I can beef up my kick, and that will help a lot, which is what I was thinking. And then, so yeah, that kind of confirms a couple of thoughts I had. Another thing, though, that's interesting is he has some kind of rumbly low-end reverb that kind of swells in on some of the, like the kind of like the drum rolls and stuff, the fills, I guess, the toms and whatnot. You know, let me just play that again. Yeah, like right there. When that kind of drum roll comes in, there's a lot of kind of low reverb. Right there, like the kind of like low end sound. It kind of contributes to the thickness of the overall track, you know. That low end it adds weight. And that's what I feel like is lacking right now, is the weight. So that's kind of an interesting thing that he does. Yeah, I mean, definitely coming from that to this, the kick sounds super weak. The snare is better than the kick, but still needs to cut through more, and it's not punchy enough, I think. Kick is super weak, bass is super weak. So those just need to be brought up, I think. So anyway, just to reiterate, sounds really clean. I'm very happy with it for the most part. Bass needs to be fixed. Some of the drums need to be fixed. Can re-record that vocal part and maybe add a little bit more something to the verse, a little bit more thickness there, but that might be just the same thing. When I mix the lows, when I bring up the lows a bit, that might be fixed there. So it's 9:26. What did we get done? We got roadmap laid out. We got a long checklist that covers pretty much everything, I think, we need to know for the release here. Sorry, let me pull up my preview and make sure this makes at all any sense. Yeah, okay. It's got a little release checklist going there. We've already got some of those checked off because the album art is done. Praise the Lord. That's a crazy story, actually. A little while ago, I started just praying about album art because I did not have anything at all and no inspiration, no ideas. Where We Belong, the album art I ended up doing for that, I pretty much had that in the back of my head the whole time. I worked on some other stuff first that I had some other ideas that I tried first. I want to do some kind of landscape thing here, kind of like this. So I worked on that for a while, tried something along those lines for a bit. Ended up going with what we have, this one, because of the story of it, which I'm not going to get into right now, but so that's what I went with. And then All Right, again, I didn't have anything, but before I even thought about it, just something kind of fell into my lap, which was Owen took a picture of me, and I thought it was great and really fit the vibes. This is a picture. I don't know, I just kind of was looking at those pictures and I realized, oh my gosh, this is really, really perfect in a lot of ways for the mood and everything. So then some effects and logo and text later, you know. Very simple, just kind of an oil paint filter. Got the black border, did some color work. And then obviously the logo and the name there. So, but that oil paint filter is a holdover from the first one. And then I wanted to do something like that for the EP to continue that theme. And then for the next project, it'll be some other style. I'll be some other kind of thing, I'm thinking. But anyway, so a few weeks ago, I guess, you know, starting to get towards the end of the album and I want to get it out. And I didn't have any album art or even an idea for it. So I was just praying about that, you know, saying, you know, asking for inspiration and that the Lord would provide something that would work. And I don't even remember what I was doing that day or whatever, but just one night a little while ago, just like, I was falling asleep, I think. I was going to bed. Yeah. I was going to sleep, and like this picture popped in my head. Like, I don't think I was even thinking about album art or anything, or trying to think of something. I was thinking about something random, and then album art pops into my head, and it was very close to this. Very close to this. It was me going like that from behind, a shot of me going like that, and trees in the background and the sky. I mean, like, seriously, like, if you were to describe this with words, it would be almost exactly the same as this. Popped in my head, whole thing. And so I went and wrote it down. And you can see my sketches here. I mean, believe it or not, the sketches are terrible, but I think it's kind of enough to prove this, if you believe me anyway. So, and my sketches are terrible. I suck at drawing, so don't judge me. Well, I'm okay at drawing if I take a long time, but I'm certainly not good at doing anything quickly. So I've got that one was kind of the idea. You can see the trees, and you can see me there. And then that one was not it. But then this one, you can see it's kind of lower, or I'm closer, or whatever. So this is what I wrote. For the third one, I said this one is too close up. More like the first one more like this one angle wise, and the first one distance wise. So I wanted the shot to be more behind me, because the first one's kind of like the side of me. So I wanted to be more behind me, and like in the bottom right corner. I want me to be in the bottom right corner, but a little bit farther away, like the first one was. And you see the trees, and I didn't write this down. I kind of tried to draw it here, I think, but this is another crazy detail. This image that popped into my head, like the tree line had this kind of depth to it, and I didn't know how to even think about it or draw it. But then here, where I went out to shoot this, we've got this tree line in the back, and then we've got this this tree line in the foreground here, or the further forward, you can see the thicker trees to the back, and it's that kind of, there's this cool depth to it, and it looks really neat. So you get the sky, you get big trees, but it's not overwhelming like forest. There's some kind of, you can see through it a bit. So I didn't want it to just be like a wall of green here and then the sky. I don't know how to explain what I even wanted. Like, this is really kind of miraculous in a way. But we've got the thick green wall down here, and then we've got the thinner forest up here, so you can kind of see through it, and it lets the blue and the white through. And then we've got the blue sky. I mean, it's like, it just popped into my head, and I love it. And so praise the Lord for that. I mean, I've never had anything really happen like that before. I've had prayers answered and stuff for sure, but like, I mean, I literally prayed for our album art, and it was like, here you go. And I was like, I knew where I wanted to shoot it, out behind the house, because what popped in my head looked like something nearby. So I went out back, walked around a little bit, was like looking at different angles, and then I walked over to the angle that I shot this from, and I looked at it through the camera, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. Like, this little part right here, this kind of raised up section. I mean, like, seriously, the amount of details that lined up from this image that popped into my head days before is just like... So anyway, that's my kind of miraculous album art story. So that's really cool. So that's done. But yeah, so we wrote a checklist. Recap. Wrote a checklist. Decided what we're starting with, which is mixing, leaving. And we got started mixing, leaving. We took a bunch of notes and listened through. So very productive for about an hour worth of streaming. And this is great because, like I said, during the break I finished up letting go, and now I'm kind of trying to figure out a plan of moving on to the next thing and what order to do things in. So we kind of got that ironed out for the most part. So praise the Lord. Super awesome. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's just kind of, you know, general excitement. Fist bumping myself in a way, I guess. Yeah. So praise the Lord, praise the Lord, praise the Lord forever. It's kind of what Where We Belong refers to, by the way. That's what this is all about. That's where we belong. Praising the Lord. So it's all lining up right now. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, I think. Yeah, Lord willing, come back tomorrow and do some more of this. And yeah, probably really early. So that's just what works for me. I know a lot of people can't watch because they have lives, but yeah. Anyway, probably early tomorrow. We'll see. But I want to do this every day if I can until this is done, barring, like, I don't know, weekends or whatever. But anyway, I suck at any of these things, don't I? Don't want to save anything that I've done on this. Yeah, praise the Lord. That's it. Thank you for watching. I'm really excited to be back into this. And yeah, we'll keep cranking these out. So thanks for watching again. Sorry. Peace. Yeah, peace.